Well, good day and welcome to St. Thomas's Messy Church. And it's that time of the year, one of my favorite times of the year. It's Easter time. And guess what? It's not about you. No, I'm sorry. I know you're disappointed, but it's not about you. The kids love you, Mr. Easter Bunny, but this is not about you. Easter is about the resurrection of our Lord Jesus Christ from the dead. 3 days following his death on the cross, Jesus is alive, and his victory over evil and death is made complete. So, see you later, okay? Wave bye to the kids. Bye. He's gone. Nice guy. But this is about something bigger than chocolate bunnies and Easter eggs. This is the story of Easter. From Mark's Gospel in the 16th chapter. When the Sabbath was over, Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James, and Salome bought spices so they might go to anoint the body of Jesus. Very early on the first day of the week, just after sunrise, they were on their way to the tomb. And they asked each other, "Who will roll away the stone from the entrance to the tomb?" But when they looked up, they saw that the stone, which was very large, had already been rolled away. As they entered the tomb, they saw a young man dressed in a white robe sitting on the right side, and they were alarmed. "Don't be frightened," he said. "You are looking for Jesus of Nazareth, who was crucified. He is risen. He is not here. See the place where they laid him. But go, tell his disciples and Peter, he's going ahead of you into Galilee. There you will see him, just as he told you." Trembling and bewildered, the women went out and fled from the tomb. The Gospel of Christ. So there's Mark's Easter story, and Matthew, Luke, John all have Easter stories. They're a little bit different, each of them, because each of them were probably talking to people who had different memories of that very momentous day, and that's all right. There's enough consistency, enough sameness in the story for us to know that it's true. Jesus is alive. Everyone else thought he was dead, but we know the truth. He's alive, and he's alive even today. What does that mean for you and me? Well, it means for us that just as Jesus conquered death, we don't have to be afraid of death, that he has conquered that for us. And even though it might appear that we die, in truth, we will all rise to a new life, just like Jesus did. St. Paul uses the picture of planting and plants growing as a way to help us to understand that. So here's a little pot with some soil in it. There's a little seed, and it doesn't look like much. It looks kind of lifeless. But if you bury it in the ground and it gets some water and some sunshine and a bit of time, eventually what happens is you get a beautiful plant. And that's what Paul sort of says of the resurrection of the dead. Just as you might plant a seed, then God gives it the body he wants to have. Maybe you plant a corn seed. Well, a corn plant grows, or a flower, and a flower grows. But the main thing is, what you plant, Paul says, isn't the body that's going to be. God gives it the body he wants. And in this case, we have a beautiful flower. With our bodies, Paul says, they'll be glorious, they'll be beautiful, they'll be fit for heaven. We're not exactly sure what they look like, but certainly They're going to be full of life. They're going to be physical bodies fit for heaven. So that's why we celebrate Easter. That's one of the reasons we celebrate Easter, is that because of Jesus coming back from the dead, we too know that we and everyone we've ever loved who's died will also come back from the dead on the great day of resurrection. So the craft we're going to do for this is to sort of make maybe a centerpiece for your Easter table, or for the table later on. You're going to take, I'll show you a picture of it. I should show you a picture. There it is. See, it kind of looks like the tomb maybe that Jesus was buried in. And you roll away the stone, and I think you can see inside there's a little angel there, a reminder of that great message. He's not here, he's risen, he's gone on ahead. You'll see him again. So you're going to take a plate, cutting it in half, and that becomes your tomb in the garden. But before you glue it together, you're going to paint, or at least color in one side, nice and dark, like the inside of a cave. And then you take the little angel you've got, and I've already colored mine. Ooh, purple glue, who knew? Ooh, very old glue. And then you glue the angel in. See, just like that. Then you put the other section over, and you can sort of maybe figure out where you're going to put the entrance to the tomb. This one you can see I sort of made it look like a bit of a door. It was actually, as you heard, a large stone. You just cut out. Sometimes like that. And then you can color your stone. Use a quick marker here. Oops. Get the marker all over the table. Well, there's a reason why they call it Messy Church. And maybe before you glue it all together, you want to take it, and if you want, as you can see, I did this, with this one, I put in a little bit of grass and some colorful Easter flowers, put them there. You can decorate it any way you like. There's no right or wrong way. And then, oh dear, time to invest in some new glue sticks, I think. There. And then, maybe just off to the side, you can glue the stone that covered the entrance to the tomb. Like that. So you can still see your angel. And you can just sort of put that on, decorate it, and put it on your Easter table to remind you of the wondrous story of Christ's resurrection. Now, when it comes to games, you can think of a lot of Easter games, and, well, it's still Easter. It is still kind of fun. I hope this will not look too ridiculous. You see, I've taken Kleenex boxes, and I've got to say, in these COVID times, I have a lot of Kleenex boxes. And I've taken the Kleenex out, and I've put in 3 plastic eggs and taped on strings. So what you're going to do, and hope this will show up. If I I stand up. Go over here. You can tie it around your stomach. Oh, good thing I put on an extra long cord. Or maybe just hold it. Or you can glue it down to your hip or on your butt. Now what you have to do is sort of shake, jump around. Trying to get the eggs out of the basket. Oh, I got one. I got one egg out. I still have two more to go. Oh, that's embarrassing. But clearly, the first person to get their eggs out of the box wins. Okay? You can sort of have a contest with your brothers or sisters, or if you don't have any siblings at home, you just see how fast you can do it. Or maybe convince mom or dad or grandma or grandpa to take a turn as well. And you'll find everything you need in your Easter Day Messy Church kits. Okay? And then, of course, normally I put together materials and things for you to color and also get to play with. But because of Easter, it is a special time. In your kits, you'll also find these activity books that talk about Holy Week, Palm Sunday, all the way through to Good Friday, and of course, Easter. And there's stickers. Well, there are also puzzles and things to color and do that'll help you teach, probably better than me, the story of Easter. So I hope you have a very fun, happy, but above all, a very holy Easter. And remember the good news. Jesus is alive, and he's alive in us through his Spirit this day. So happy Easter. Stay safe and stay well. And good Lord willing, we'll soon be able to gather together again here at Messy Church. If not in person, then I will see you next month, the beginning of May. Take care. God bless.